peace and love. Let's get into it. Now, up next, we're getting into a perfect circle with Starless. Is this a new one? Or is this an old APC? Let's see. Very nice. I love the riffs. I love how we have the kind of the meaty riffs interweaving with the lovely high lines there. It's a very kind of broad sonic experience, isn't it? Classic perfect circle sound, I think. So Jay says this is brand spanking new. Jay says really liking this, been on repeat a bit. Yeah. I feel like this one is a big grower as well, you know, like I think first listen it's like, yeah, this is great, but I feel like listening to the second time be like, oh, this is really great, and then a third time be like, oh, this is really, really great, you know. It's got that feel to it where you just kind of, I think there's quite a lot in it to love, and you kind of maybe focus on different aspects every time you listen. I mean, that's very kind of typical, I'd say, that kind of thing of any Maynard track from any project. They're so well layered, you know. Pirate says, add one really each time. Exactly, yeah. 10th time. I really like this. I don't know if that was 10. I went off the dome there. I wonder how close I got. Wow. So first thing I want to say is that, like, with some musicians that have been around a long time, there's like a period of their life where they write really, really great music, and then they kind of change in some way, or they've kind of, I don't know. Some people kind of lose it a bit, and maybe they still write good songs, but they'll never write anything like they used to. I don't know. Like, it's something you see quite a lot. And I would say that really, really does not apply to Maynard. His the quality of his output as a musician has been extremely consistently high, hasn't it? Like, from the very beginning to now, he's still got that same energy. He's still got that same. And I think that's what changes, is that sometimes people have like an element of angst or aggression or something they put into music. They get older, they lose the aggression, and that's all good, and you're rooting for them on that. But then it's like, the music. Personally, I'm happy for them, but the music, I'm like, I missed how it used to be, you know? I really don't feel that with Maynard at all. Like, it's always kind of there, isn't it? Pete says, I couldn't get to see A Perfect Circle at Brixton Academy last week, but the crowd vids I've seen at Ace, John Freese on drums too, awesome. Hello, Belt Hazard, how's it going? Says, what is the time signature? It was a bit triplety at times, wasn't it? Pete says various. Pete's a drummer, so I don't know if it's fair to say, isn't it, Pete? I think you'd be our time signature expert, wouldn't you? There were definitely parts that were in common time, i.e. 4/4, but potentially times that may have been in like 6/8 or something like that. That felt sort of 1 2 3 4 5 6 1 2 3 4 5 6, like that kind of rhythm I was feeling. So yeah, a little bit of a mix. Jay says, I think that happened a bit to Phil Collins. Later stuff felt very vanilla. Yeah, I feel you. You know, yeah, that's true. I do enjoy a lot of Phil Collins's work, though, like Susudio and all of that, like An Easy Lover and all that stuff. I know it's quite cheesy, but I do love it. I do love it. It has its moment where dropping a bit of Phil is the right thing to do. Pete says, I think there might have been a 7/8 in there at one point. Good lord. Yeah, it's classic Maynard, as Ninja says, never uses just one time signature. How's it going, Ninja? Claire says, good cheese for Phil Collins. Yeah. Ninja says, Google says the song Pneuma, or Pneumonia, as I called it when I did my reaction, like a flippin' idiot, is 33/8 or alternating measures of 7/4 and 5/8. I mean, just get out of here. That live drum cam performance of Danny Carey performing that is, madness. Just amazing. Jay says, is that all? Is that all? Claire says, like a dyslexic, you mean, Dan? Yeah. Big time. Big time. Yeah. Yeah, pneuma. I think with dyslexia, particularly if it's a word you've never seen before, your brain just goes, put it to the closest word that you do know. And I think that happens a bit. Hold on, mate. But that was A Perfect Circle, Starless, and loving that sound. Really, really loving that sound.